You start something. You feel excited, motivated, ready to change your life. And then a few days go by, a week, maybe two. You don't see the results. You feel tired. You wonder if it's even working. And slowly, you stop. But what if the change was already happening? You just couldn't see it yet? Welcome to Thinklish, easy English for curious minds. I'm Matthew. If you're here to improve your English, you're in the right place. This podcast is designed to help you practice listening, learn new phrases, and build real motivation through slow, natural English. If that sounds good, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps more learners like you find this podcast. And let me ask you, have you ever started something and then quit halfway through? Maybe you were learning English, or going to the gym, or writing in a journal. Tell me in the comments, what was it, and why do you think you stopped? I'd love to hear your story. Why we stop when we don't see results. Here's the truth. Most people quit too early. We love the beginning. We love the energy. We love the idea of transformation. But progress isn't always visible. And when we can't see results, we start to doubt. This is what I call the invisible zone. It's when you're putting in the effort, but nothing seems to change. You're showing up, but the mirror looks the same. You're studying every day, but you still freeze in conversation. And when we don't see change, we assume there is none. But the truth is, some growth takes time to rise to the surface. It's happening in ways you can't see yet. Think of it like filling a glass of water, drop by drop. Each drop matters, but you only notice a difference when it starts to overflow. English is a long game. Learning English is a journey, not a shortcut. It's a long game, and that's okay. Some days, you'll feel amazing. You'll understand a podcast without subtitles. You'll say something fluently. Other days, everything will feel harder. Words will get stuck. Sentences won't come out right. I sometimes call these not my English days. Days where your brain feels foggy and nothing flows. But here's the thing. Even those days are useful. You're still listening, still thinking in English, still stretching the muscles that need to grow. Progress doesn't mean perfection. It means showing up again and again, even when it's messy. Fluency grows like a plant, quietly, gradually. You water it every day with effort, and eventually, it breaks the soil and grows. Gym energy. But for English, let's talk about the gym. You decide to get fit. You go to the gym 5 days in a row. You feel proud. You feel sore. And then, you look in the mirror. Nothing's changed. You think, what's the point? But the truth is, your body is already changing. On the inside, muscles are forming. Your brain is rewiring. Habits are being built. You just need time. Now let's translate that to English. You're listening. You're shadowing. You're learning. But you still make grammar mistakes. You still can't say exactly what you want. That doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're in training. And just like in fitness, consistency wins. You don't get stronger by going to the gym once. You get stronger by returning again and again, even when you don't feel like it. Toddlers don't give up. Let's go back to something simple. How humans learn to walk. Think about toddlers. They fall. A lot. They trip. They crash. They crawl. They get back up. You've never seen a toddler fall and say, you know what? Walking's not for me. They don't quit. Why? Because they're not thinking about failure. They're just trying again. That's what we do when we're learning something natural. You're learning English. You'll fall. You'll forget words. You'll freeze in conversations. That's okay. Don't make it personal. Don't turn it into a story about your identity. It's just part of learning. You're building the skill, the same way that toddler builds balance, coordination, and trust in their feet. What to do when you feel stuck. Let's get practical. What should you actually do when it feels like your English isn't improving? Look back, not just forward. Think about how far you've come. Maybe you understand this podcast, but 6 months ago, you couldn't. Write down your wins, no matter how small. They matter. Create micro habits. Instead of saying, I'll study for an hour, say, I'll listen to English for 5 minutes. That's sustainable. That builds momentum. Talk to yourself. Seriously. Walk around your house and narrate what you're doing. I'm making tea. I'm checking my phone. I'm tired. It sounds silly, but it trains your mouth and brain to work together. Detach your identity from your mistakes. If you say something wrong, that doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means you're learning English. Visualize who you're becoming. Picture yourself in 6 months. Confident, calm, speaking easily. Keep that version of you in mind. That's who you're training for. The invisible growth is still growth. Let's come back to the image of a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't expect it to grow the next day. You water it. You wait. And for weeks, maybe months, you see nothing. But underground, things are happening. The roots are forming. The structure is building. And one day, it breaks through the surface. Your English is the same. Even when it feels like you're standing still, you're not. Your listening is sharper. Your vocabulary is growing. Your confidence is forming. The moment when everything clicks, it's coming. And when it does, you'll realize those quiet, invisible days weren't wasted. They were building your future fluency. What helps you keep going when you feel stuck? Do you have a trick, a mindset, a routine that works? Share it in the comments. You never know who might need to hear it today. And if this episode helped you, subscribe, leave a like, and send it to someone who might be feeling stuck. Vocabulary recap. Invisible zone. The period where you're doing the work but can't see results. Example. I almost quit during the invisible zone, but I kept going. Fluency. The ability to speak easily and naturally. Example. Fluency comes slowly, but it builds with daily practice. Under the surface, not visible, but still real or happening. Example. My skills were growing under the surface. Streak. A series of days or actions in a row. Example. I kept a 30-day English streak. Shadow a sentence. To repeat what you hear immediately. Example. I shadowed this podcast to improve my rhythm. Sore, a little painful, after effort or practice. Example. My muscles felt sore after the gym, but that meant progress. Adapt. To adjust or get used to something. Example. My brain is adapting to English sounds. Click. When something suddenly becomes clear. Example. The grammar rule finally clicked yesterday. Pressure-free. Without stress or judgment. Example. Talking to myself felt pressure-free. Outcome. The result or end result of an action. Example. I focus on effort, not just outcome. Confidence. Belief in your ability to do something. Example. The more I practiced, the more confidence I had. Effort. The energy and work you give to something. Example. I saw no results, but I kept making the effort. Visible. Something you can see. Example. My English progress wasn't visible yet. Roots. The base or foundation of growth. Example. I was building strong roots even when I felt stuck. Sustain. To keep something going over time. Example. I needed a habit I could sustain through low motivation. Don't quit just because it's quiet. Don't stop just because it's slow. The results you want, they're on their way. Your only job? Keep going. This was Thinklish. I'm Matthew. and I'll see you soon.